What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This is your boy Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. You are tuned in to the Let's Get Canceled podcast.
And I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth. We ready to do this thing this evening. Yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get canceled.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get canceled today. So on this particular episode, we got some discussions we're going to have. We're going to talk about this big back situation. We're going to talk about the bad boy situation. We're going to give a salute to Biggie. We're going to give a salute to Biggie, man. It's March 9th. The greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. We got something to say about Biggie, but apparently there's been some breaking news that happened this week, so I'm going to go ahead and toss it back over to Cuz.
Listen, man. We've been talking about this. The sports community has been talking, good, bad, or other, has been talking about this for over a year. And it is going down. Mike Tyson will be fighting Jake Paul. Now listen, I'm gonna give my opinion because I already know where you at. I already know where you at.
So, that nigga's 60.
Forget all that. How old is Jake Paul? What, 20, 25, 27?
27.
That nigga's 27 years old. Listen, man, it's going to be great. And I don't want you to lose out on your opportunity to witness greatness. Because you gotta take a drink.
I gotta take a drink.
You go ahead and sip. Listen, people, y'all young heads don't remember Mike Tyson. Now, this ain't the same Mike Tyson. However, in my opinion, Mike Tyson is still the most dangerous man in all of sports. At 60 years old, he's the most dangerous man in all of sports. Did you watch that footage of the dude on the plane? That was just mildly annoying him. And the next thing you know...
Don't take much for what?
Mike will sit back on his show and just be like, nah, man, I shouldn't have done that, man. You know, I'm a peaceful brother. I love everybody, you know? I love everybody. But guess what? Made that nigga mad because I saw that same lovable Mike on an interview when they asked him about the sexual assault conviction. Did you see that?
That was a great interview. He called Buddy a bitch for like 15 minutes.
Yo, listen, man. That dude thought it was a joke until it wasn't a joke no more to him, and he realized I may be in danger. This is what I tell people. I'm like, all right, listen, man. I'm not super big. I'm not a super big dude, but I'm not a small guy. You understand what I'm saying? And I tell people, I be at different places, and I'll be like, listen, man, the reason I don't worry about people talking junk to me is because I want you to stop for a second. Whatever you're doing, look around, look everywhere around here. Now, if I snapped, which one of these niggas could get me off you? Not one of them. Exactly. So you tend to bring your tone down a little bit. We all know niggas like that. We know I got family who's like that, where it's just like, you know what? If this nigga was to snap, there is nothing any of us can do. So
I can't stop.
I can't stop him.
Straight up.
Not only can I not stop him, I'm not getting ready to jump in there to try.
I won't.
No, I won't. So this is how I feel about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, now granted, I'm not going to short your boy Jake. Jake has shown some real boxing skill in some of these other fights, right? He went through some of the bad boys of MMA. He beat what's the little brother MMA fighter dude? Godly, I can't remember his name. Whatever his name was, but he beat Anderson Silva, and then he done fought a couple of journeymen in actual boxing, right? So it is what it is. But I will tell you this: I don't think that he beats Mike Tyson. I don't think he beats Mike Tyson.
Hold on. So you're actually looking forward to this fucking fight?
I absolutely am.
If you don't get,
I
told myself all week, I'm not going to curse on this episode.
I'm not going to
say any bad. Nick, what the fuck is wrong?
Hey, I'm not looking forward to it.
People
to relive Mike's glory days. I'm just saying I'm looking forward to it.
This
because
nigga
anybody can shut this little nigga up.
Mike Tyson, 57 years old. I'm gonna always round up. This nigga is 60 years old. He's about to fight a 20-something, and niggas is expecting this to be a fight because of what
Joe
Mike
Louis
used
was
to be in the
157 years
80s.
old when he fought.
Nigga, it's 2024, and you talking about what a nigga did in the 80s.
Hey. I'm not worried about what he did in the 80s. This is what I'm saying. I'm not looking for this for it to be the glory days of Iron Mike Tyson. But what I am saying is that the same thing we've all been thinking when we watch them little clips on Instagram of Mike training and stuff like that, you'd be like, yo, if it was a nigga on the other end of that punch, yo, that might have been a problem. When he fought Roy Jones, what Roy Jones said? Roy said, hey, man, y'all joke if you want to, but that's still Mike. He said that nigga can still go.
And guess how many rounds Mike was actually able to go in that fight? Because Mike is 60 years old.
And your point.
Nigga, there is no way in all of heaven and hell that 60-year-old Mike Tyson is going to make it. He's not going to make it out of the second round. Nigga if I'm constantly throwing punches.
It's an exhibition. It ain't going to be no 12-round title fight.
I said two.
He got 3 to 4 in him.
Okay, I understand. If Mike decides that he's gonna go out there and he's gonna not, if he gives it all for one round, he may be able to catch Buddy and put him down. But if Buddy is smart and he just runs around for a round and let Mike tire himself out, 60-year-old man, you gotta be
kidding. You just used the word smart and Jake Paul in the same sentence. You just used.
He's been smart enough to make it. He's been smart enough to make y'all believe he's gonna be a good. He's gonna be a fucking. He puts on good fights. He got y'all smart. He got y'all smart enough to look for this shit. He got you.
Yep.
You looking forward to a fight with him and Iron Mike Tyson at 60.
He ain't got me doing nothing. I could care less. Whoever was gonna be on the other end of them gloves for Mike Tyson, I'm happy. I want to see it. Now, let me be clear. I am not for our legends just getting beat up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if this was...
Because you know where I was going next. You know where I was going. Are we going to keep letting these kids beat up our motherfucking veterans? Our old
which kids is doing that? The only one that was really sad, was Holyfield. Holyfield was sad. Like, that was disturbing. But...
They've all been sad.
No.
They've all been sad.
Who else?
Oh, watching Mike Tyson and Roy was sad.
No, bro, come on. That was funny.
My legends in the game. Dude, I was so disappointed.
That wasn't some young punk like beating up on one of the legends. That was two legends.
Okay, watching Jake Paul fight Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva was about 50-something.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. But he was never a boxer. And he was never a boxer.
Y'all really gonna let this kid that's been a YouTube boxer go out here and just knock out all of the legends of whatever?
You think that Jake Paul is getting ready to knock out Mike Tyson?
Why not?
I'm asking you a direct question. Do you believe that Jake Paul is going to knock out Mike Tyson?
Did you see Jake Paul?
You answering a question with a question. This nigga.
Hold on. Okay. My bad. Check this out.
Yep. All right. Go ahead.
You know, Cuz was here earlier.
Yep.
We had a discussion.
Yep.
They giving Mike Tyson $50 million to fight this boy.
I'll go to sleep for 25 of them 50.
So you don't think Mike gonna let that chin go for a second?
I think. All right. So here's the thing. I think that with $50 million, that's a wonderful time. This is more than Mike was making in his heyday per fight. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that being said.
This one he was beating Don King ass over.
Right. Exactly. He about to get his money back. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Look at God. He done came back around. But listen, I think that out of this situation, if Mike loses, it's sadder than if Jake Paul loses. I think.
No.
Yeah.
Why is it sad if a 60-year-old loses to a 27-year-old? Why is that sad?
It's not until the 60-year-old is Mike Tyson and the 27-year-old is Jake Paul.
And then this motherfucking 60-year-old says, they gave me $50 million to go out there and put my chin out there. So I went ahead and let them hit me.
I don't know about that, though, because I don't know that that's in Mike Tyson to do.
And that's where I come into this and give a big pause, because Mike Tyson, off his meds, may go out there and kill this young man.
And that's where and I think that's what everybody, and me included, is hoping for. I don't want. I don't. I don't.
So you're not a Jake Paul fan?
No. Not even close. Now I will give him this. At the beginning of his whole boxing thing, when he fought Nate Robinson,
yeah,
it was a joke to me. It was comical. I think that he has taken this boxing thing a little more seriously than I expected.
Yeah, he's a good boxer. Right. But why won't he fight a fighter? The only fighter he's actually fought that was in his age range, he lost to. So why are we still paying him?
Tyson Fury's brother.
Why are we still paying him to watch him fight washed up legends and beat up our washed up legends? Why are we giving him the time of day to fight our washed up legends? We don't want to see Mike Tyson fight anybody else. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield had conversations. If they decided to fight each other, I wouldn't want to see that fight, because I don't want to see either of them in the motherfucking in the ring any longer. But now I want to see Mike in the ring at 60, 57, but at 60, I want to see Mike in the ring.
Well, because let me tell you why. Because I've spent the last year watching Mike Tyson train.
He has been training others. He has been training himself. You're right about that.
Right. And so because I've watched him do that for the last year, the thought in my head is going, if anybody could do it, Mike could do it. Now, I agree with you. I hear your concerns. And I don't believe that Jake Paul deserves to be able to just beat up on our legends. But let's look at the legends he's actually fought. He hasn't fought a boxing legend. He fought some legends. Nate Diaz is the name that I was trying to remember earlier from MMA, from UFC. Nate Diaz and Anderson Silva. Those are the only two names that you'll think of. When he fought a real boxer, like that's been doing this for a minute, Tyson Fury's brother, he lost in a split decision though, and that was a good fight.
Right.
So this is what makes me think. Now, if Mike Tyson was getting in the ring with Tyson Fury, I'd be like, absolutely not. This is ridiculous. If he was getting in the ring with any heavyweight that's currently doing something in boxing, I'd be like, absolutely not. This is ridiculous. How are y'all letting this happen? But because it's Jake Paul, and because I don't believe that Jake Paul can actually hurt Mike, I don't think he can. I think Mike will be asleep. I think Mike will lay down before he gets like seriously.
But you're not see, and this is where you're sleeping on Jake Paul. The white boy has an overhand right.
He
that
does.
Will put anybody to sleep. Anybody.
But every person he's fought.
Y'all are gonna allow Mike Tyson to succumb to this. You're gonna let Mike Tyson open himself up to get knocked out by Jake Paul?
Listen, man.
For what?
You gotta understand the overhand right. You know what? I'm gonna call Gav. You gotta understand that overhand right. Everybody that Jake Paul, how tall is Jake Paul? Jake Paul is what, like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there? Yeah. Mike Tyson's shorter than me. Mike Tyson's like in 5'8", 5'9".
5'9", 5'10".
Right. So that overhand right loses a whole lot against somebody who is known to stay tight, stay low, and get inside.
Hold on. Give me a moment.
Pause.
Give me a moment. When you said he's known to stay tight, stay low.
Right.
In the 80s, he was known to stay tight, stay low. Nigga, this is 2024.
Nigga, I'm going to tell you like this. I tell people all the time, just because I don't, doesn't mean I forgot how. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't think for a second that
you don't think you don't think you got sloppy or over age? Absolutely. You don't think you're going to let yourself up?
Absolutely.
And make yourself susceptible to an overhand right from a motherfucker who's doing this every day now.
That very statement is why we keep these. Look here. I'm not trying to prove nothing. Yes, I've gotten slower and sloppier over time. But guess what? Ain't getting ready to happen. Anyway, so let's
you're not gonna go fight Jake Paul.
No, but then again, I was never a boxer. You understand what I'm saying? That's like me right now. I'm a musician and I'm a former rapper. I say I'm a former rapper. And I'm an old head. There's a part of me that be listening to some of these younger cats and go, you know what? If I had to, I could go give him 16 real quick. You understand what I'm saying?
KRS-One shit. That KRS-One shit. Because
Right,
KRS-One
right.
says he writes a rap every year for the top MC.
Right.
Guess what I would tell KRS-One right now?
What?
These niggas will wash your ass, old man. Stay your ass on the sideline.
Listen, KRS is not Melly Mel. KRS is not Melly Mel.
But Chris, leave these young boys alone. This is not your game anymore.
It's a
popularity
contest.
I'm gonna tell you right now, leave these young boys alone. It's not your game anymore. I want Mike to win.
So you're not gonna watch it?
Every nigga over 40, every nigga over 35 want Mike to win. Yep. I'm in a group chat. The homeboys put it in there. I was like, man, Mike 60. He's washed. He shouldn't be doing this. Oh man, I watched Mike train. Oh, Mike's ready. Oh, all he gotta do is catch him one time. Oh, if Mike, nigga, everybody wants Mike to do this. Yes. And I'm over here trying to protect my elderly. It was like, hey man, why don't we give Mike an AARP card and sit him down somewhere?
Hey, listen, man. What you forget? You're missing the point.
I'm not.
Listen. Mike's sitting at home. If I had the privilege to sit down and have a conversation with Mike, there's no way in this world that I would encourage him to go and sign this fight. I wouldn't. But because I'm over here, and it's going to happen whether I like it or not, let's go, Mike. That's it. It's going to happen whether I want it to or not. So let's get it, Mike. Let's get it, Mike.
Because if enough of us had said before, we don't...
Knock his ass out.
If enough of us had said, hey, Mr. Tyson, I think you should sit this one out. I think he might have listened. But there is somebody in his camp that says $50 million is worth getting knocked out.
Let me ask you a question. Now that same conversation we just had maybe 5 minutes ago about having people in your life that if they jump on you, I'm not getting ready to try and stop it. Who's gonna be the nigga that's gonna tell Mike no?
There's got to be somebody in this camp. There's got to be somebody who loves him.
I'm sure they've got a vagina. That's it. Because ain't there a nigga getting ready to tell him no. Not one of them.
Because somebody came on our page, and I'm gonna try to find it right now. Somebody came on the Let's Get Canceled IG page and had a comment, and I got to go find this. Give me just a second. Give me a second. Someone came in here and had a comment.
Well, while you looking for that, let me tell y'all something, man. I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. Mike Tyson could be 85 right now. I would be like, yeah, go sit your old self down. However, if they told me, hey, whether y'all like it or not, Mike get ready to get in that ring, I'm not betting against Mike. I'm not. I can't.
At 60?
At 60, I can't bet against Mike because he's already shown, at least not on a person, and that's a big difference. He's shown the hand speed, he's shown the footwork, he's shown what appears to be power. Now, I am going to agree with y'all. On video and in real life are two different things. I know that. I tell the story all the time. The hardest I've ever been hit in my life by any other man was by a dude who was a good 4 inches shorter than me, and I had him beat by at least 100 pounds. And when I tell you that hurt more than any other punch I've ever taken, that's the truth. So on video and in which it was going on in your mind, that's completely different. However, Mike Tyson, his power and his speed at 60, from what I've seen, it's going to be hard to bet against him. It'd be real hard for me to bet on him, but it'd be very hard for me to bet against him.
And one of Mike Tyson's most favorite and legendary lines is,
I know where you're going.
Everybody got a plan.
Yep.
Until they get hit in the mouth.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, nigga, you can go ahead and you can spar and you can hit a nigga with a brace on. Ain't nobody punching back. Mike, everybody got a plan until you get hit in your fucking mouth. And this is, I found it is Sergeant Leonidas said, by definition, doesn't exhibition mean not a real fight? This dude is a clown. This is his show. And this is what I'm thinking about Jake. Jake, you refuse to fight a real fighter. You're a clown. And this is your show. And what we're going to do is you're going to put it on Netflix. So I'm going to stay subscribed to Netflix. I might watch it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch it.
I know I'm going to watch it.
But I don't want to see it. I'm going to watch it, but I don't want to see it. You have those situations where I don't want to see this shit, but I got to watch it. It's like a car wreck. I can't look away. I can't just be like, nah. Like, I don't want
it to happen. I got you. You don't want it to happen.
Dead over there, but I have to look. I have to rubberneck with the rest of the people because this is what it is, bro. I do not want to see my legend. Like when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas, or even though he should have won that fucking fight, I don't care.
One freedom tear came out my ear. All right, bro. You're right. You absolutely right.
I'm Denzel on Glory, nigga.
Yes, nigga. Yes, nigga.
Nigga, I'm talking about. I'm at school. I'm a kid. It was in 1989. Dog, nigga, I'm in elementary school, dog. I'm out there defending Mike to the nth degree, dog. Like, what can I say now to any of these little millennials or these generation, whatever the next ones are, when Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson? Oh, he's 60. He got his old ass in there.
That's true. That's true.
So old ass, stay your ass at home.
That's for your benefit. Maybe that nigga sitting at home going, you know what, man, I can do this one more time. One more time, I can do it. I can do it. We can get
That's
it.
All no, he ain't saying I can still do this. 50 million. 50 fucking million.
That's
time.
true.
I can get 50
Yo, wait a minute.
Million.
Wait. How much are they paying me?
Pay me 50 million.
Wait, did you say 15 or 50?
50?
50? You know what? Hey, where my gloves? Somebody call Don.
All right, Tech.
I'm done.
You let a nigga knock you out for $50 million?
Would I let somebody knock me out for $50 million?
Let a nigga punch you clean on your face for $50 million?
Yeah. Who's the nigga?
Knock you out. Fuck it. You let Jake Paul knock you out for $50 million?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't be mad at Mike for doing this for $50 million.
You can. Because I'm not. That's like, all right, so if you tell me.
I'm not mad at Mike for taking the fight. I'm mad at Jake. That's who I'm pissed off at. I'm mad at Jake for going out here and fighting past their primes. You want to be considered a real fighter. You want people to give you your respect, but you refuse to fight a real fighter.
I don't think he refuses.
You don't think he wants to be a real fighter?
No. I don't think he's refusing. This is the thing. You got to look at it from a perspective of. Listen, you got to think of a perspective from a fighter's perspective. The people that he's fighting right now, outside of like the celebrity exhibition matches and stuff like that, right? The boxers that he's fighting, the actual boxers he's fighting.
There's been one.
No. No, there's been more than that.
Who he beat that was a real fighter?
He's coming, like, since he turned pro. Like, you got to remember, he fought like, you take Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, Nate Robinson out of the equation, right? And like take Mike Tyson out of the equation.
That nigga's only had like 7 fights.
Right. So half of them have been against actual boxers. So here's the thing. If I'm an up-and-coming boxer, right? If I decided today I'm going to go pro and I want to go box, right? Nobody from the upper echelon is going to take me, because if they win, it does nothing for them. If they lose, it's devastating. So what they'll do is they'll leave Jake Paul down here to fight the lower tier guys, because the lower tier guys, right. So he's not ducking anybody. He just can't get it. He's going to have to burn through all these guys in order to get a higher fight. I think that if he beats Mike Tyson, that's what he's hoping, that somebody will have to pay attention to him. Somebody will have to pay attention to him to give him a better fight, because I know so. Because he's got to.
Who gives a fuck? You beat up a 60-year-old. Who gives a fuck?
That's like what you're thinking. That's what you're thinking.
He's making the money that people who are paying their dues aren't making, and that's where it all comes down to him.
Because he's out great at promotion.
Money, and he's not trying to be respected as a fighter.
No, I think he is.
To be respected as a fighter, you don't take the money fights. You take the motherfucking tough fights.
No,
but I'm gonna fight your grandfather instead of taking a tough fight.
No, there's no storyline out there where Jake Paul is ducking anybody. There isn't a storyline where he's been offered a real tough fight and he just refused it and he turned it down. I'm telling you,
Where's
nobody
the
who
money
can give
line
him a
when
chance.
he's asked an actual fighter to fight them?
You
He
said what?
fought Tyson Fury's little brother, who's not a real fighter.
He is.
No, the fuck he's not.
He is. He's not an upper tier fighter, but he's a
He's
real
not
fighter.
a mid-tier fighter. He's Tyson Fury's little brother.
So who else can he fight? Like that's what like you just
Nigga,
said.
there are protocols within
Right.
boxing where
Right.
you fight to your rank. You fight this guy who is fucked up like you, and
Right.
you fight this nigga that's fucked up like you. You
Right.
don't make no money off of them, but
Right.
you have these fights to get you into that top tier.
And he's
You're
done
not
3 or
taking
4 of
those
them.
fights at all.
He's done 3 or 4 of them.
This nigga's fighting nobody.
He fought at least
Okay,
at least 4. Yo,
Tech.
Yeah.
You watched Mike Tyson when he was coming up?
I did.
Mike Tyson fought.
Well, look,
I know the nigga fought.
In all honesty, I was really young. So you got to
Really
remember,
young.
mid to late 80s, I'm max 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
But
got the early 90s.
I saw
right.
Mike Tyson fighting niggas in bars. I saw Mike Tyson fight niggas 2 weeks after he fought another nigga. Jake Paul, if you want to be considered a real fighter, you go through the gauntlet. You don't go ahead and pick and choose who you're going to fight. You fight who's available, you win and you lose, and then you make your name and get there to those top tier fighters to get you the money. But instead, I'm not going to go through the gauntlet. I'm just going to, because I may get knocked out by somebody who nobody knows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I fight named fighters that are going to get me money. And if fighting game is about being respected or is it about the money? If it's about the money, I ain't mad at him. Just leave Mike the fuck alone. But if it's about getting the respect, you go and fight them niggas who nobody knows and you take your fucking chance.
But he has. That's what I'm saying. You're
Who
saying
he fought that nobody knew? Who did he fight that nobody knew?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, run that down, because there is nobody that I have seen him fight that was a no name. Every fighter he has fought, people knew. We knew who they were before they fought him, and we knew them because of something different. We knew them either because they were an athlete, because they were a ex-MMA guy, because they were somebody's little brother, they were fucking somebody's cousin, or because it goes through the gauntlet. But there is never a real-life boxer who I've fought 15 fights. I've won 7 of them motherfuckers. I lost 8 of them motherfuckers. But goddamn it, I'm a motherfucker give you a challenge. I don't see those on his resume.
So he, if we take Woodley is the other one I forgot about. He fought Diaz, right? And we know Diaz, Woodley, Anderson Silva, and what's his name? Askern, your boy, the big black dude that really should have won that fight. But
doesn't box.
Huh?
Doesn't box. Everybody you named doesn't box.
That's what I'm pointing out. Those are the people that aren't boxers. But then you got to remember he fought. Let's see, because he's 9-1, so had 10 fights. If you, out of those 10 fights, 5 of them were celebrity non-boxers, right? Fury is a boxer. August is a boxer. Borland is a boxer. He fought Woodley twice, so that doesn't count as one. So, and is it Askern? I want to see, like, and I want to make sure I'm correct on this. And listen, folks, we brought this up just to kind of touch on it a little bit, but now we done got into it.
We're not even supposed to be here.
Right. You're right.
No. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This nigga said, "Hey, you want to talk about that shit?" And I was like, I wasn't gonna curse tonight. And this nigga was like, "Oh, yes, you are." This nigga, he did this so I would curse at y'all. And you see how many times I said the F word tonight.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was trying to make us palatable for the church folks, but no.
Yeah, no. So either way, let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody that he has fought pretty much were MMA fighters except for 2. 2 were actual boxers. So
hold on. What were those boxers' records?
I don't know. They're probably losing records, I'm sure. If they lost to him.
They may have had 3 or 4 fights at all. If you're trying to grow, and Jake Paul, I just want you to understand how regular people see you. You are here for the money. And I understand being there for the money, but tell me up front, hey, this is just a money grab. I don't want to be respected. I just want your money. And I'll respect you a lot more than that. But if you continue to tell me that I'm trying to build my rep in this boxing game and I'm only going to fight niggas who either don't box or have passed their prime.
But he's not. That's the thing. So I understand what you're saying. I look at it like this. Let's take the celebrity out of it. If Jake Paul was John Smith, if John Smith wants to start boxing, he's got to fight garbage. Hold on, you got to fight garbage people, right? So let's take all the celebrity fights out of it. You'd only have, if you started in 2020, 2022, somewhere in there, you'd only have a few professional fights. And then out of those few professional fights, they would be bottom tier garbage opponents because you got to sweep through them. Jake Paul has done the exact same thing. The only difference is he's a celebrity online in social media, and so he was able to parlay that into making a lot of money with other fights as well. But he's fought a Golden Gloves champion, according to this stuff right here, like Andre August. He beat Andre August, who is an actual boxer. Not a famous one because, of course, he's not fighting famous boxers yet. He fought Ryan Borland, who is a former Golden Glove boxer, beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know who else was a Golden Gloves boxer?
Who?
Martin Lawrence.
I'm happy for him. I don't understand where you're going with that.
Shit doesn't fucking mean anything. Nigga was a former Golden Gloves boxer. Niggas have moved on to different careers.
But
niggas
he's an actual boxer still. No, you're forgetting it. He's an actual boxer. He's still a boxer. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
bruh.
Either way, I will go round and around on this with you all night. Let me tell you this.
When Mike was going through the gauntlet, like you say, Jake Paul, you can fight these lower tiered fighters. Nigga, fight one this Friday, fight one next Friday. Nigga, let's get this shit on. Let's build your resume.
87 no more, bro. They don't fight like that no more. Yes,
they do.
Gone are the days of having 5
No, they're not.
In a year, homie. Come on, bro.
No, they're not.
Who fighting on that
schedule? The only niggas who don't fight monthly are niggas who are making money.
Or niggas who don't have to.
And Jake doesn't have to.
Exactly.
You know why? Because he gets to pick on old people.
Hey, it is what it is. I do not like, and this is what I don't like. You have turned this around to make me defend this nigga. And I don't like Jake Paul. Let's be clear. I don't like Jake Paul. That being said, you remember when we started this show, ladies and gentlemen, we had a bunch of different segments. One of the segments were, all right, bro, you got it. And the reason we had that segment was for being on the side of somebody and then they cross that line and you go, I can't go over there with you. This is where I'm at with this nigga right now.
No, you're not, because you're over there.
That's
your side. Until you start saying
he's not any different than any other boxer who's coming up, except for the fact that he's got a name and he's got the opportunity to make a whole bunch of money fighting other people who aren't boxers. If that's the case, fine, cool, whatever's whatever.
Jake Paul's a pop locker. Jake Paul's a pop locker, and you love him. You love him, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand me very clearly. This nigga just lied to you. You fans, and I'm disgusted. I'm personally appalled because I promised y'all not to lie to y'all, but this nigga just lied to y'all and said that I like Jake Paul. I didn't say that. Matter of fact, I've said the very opposite. I do not like this nigga. I do not like this nigga. That being said, when this fight happens, please understand, don't call, don't text, don't do nothing. I know it's on streaming. Don't call me. As soon as it drops, everybody can get out. My kids, my wife, my family, everybody can go. I'm going to be right there watching this fight. And you know what else? Tommy with age is going to be right there watching this fight too. That's it. That's all I got to say about Jake Paul. Move on to the next subject, nigga.
Next subject. Yeah, because we got to get rid of this shit. I got to get this stench off me. Right. Unfortunately,
we got to talk.
This might make me look like the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy, but this may make me look like the bad guy. So we're going into Big Back.
Oh God.
big back. I don't
Hey,
know if
can you define that for me? What does big back mean?
me. I'm a big back. I'm a big back. I'm fat. I got titties. And this is about, unfortunately, a big back woman. And I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure most of you have probably seen her or heard of REESA TEESA. And REESA TEESA is a voluptuous woman who decided to go on TikTok and do a 50-part, 8-hour series on who the fuck did I marry. Those were
Jesus.
her words, not mine. Who the F did I marry? And she put it out there. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I refuse to watch an episode of her 50-part series.
Me too.
Tech, did you watch any of it?
I didn't. I ain't seen the clip, nigga.
Not one.
Not one.
Because we're not here to talk about what she had to say about her Legion, and that was her guy's name, Legion, as far as I've heard. We're not here to talk about Legion. What we're here to talk about.
Wait. Did you say that nigga's name was Legion?
That was she called him. His
Like
name
the
is
demons in the Bible?
She definitely called that nigga a demon. But we're not here to talk about him. We're not here to talk about her on that particular part. Because again, that's not the important thing that we're here for. What we're here to talk about is her response to something that was said on The Breakfast Club. And I know I'm not a real fan of The Breakfast Club, but I do feel Charlamagne when he talks about some real shit. And what happened was Charlamagne heard the story through the 50 parts. Someone gave him the understanding of what was happening, and he said, that sounds like big back behavior. And then he said, is she fat? Because he did not watch it either. But based on her ignoring the red flags, chasing after a guy who apparently lied to her, went through a whole bunch of bullshit, his thing was, that sounds like some shit a fat chick would do. And she went on to someone's platform and said,
He's right.
She went onto someone's platform and said she was especially hurt by him saying she's big back.
Which is more big back behavior.
And the fact that she's already a little bit insecure about how she looks and this sort of thing here. So to the point that we're going to have tonight, and Tech, again, I don't really give a damn about what she had to say. We'll get to that point in a moment. But as far as what Charlamagne had to say, because I know you didn't see what she said, but I know you saw what Charlamagne was apologizing for.
Right.
How do you feel about how she felt after Charlamagne had his comments? Do you think she was valid in her bringing his name into any of this?
First of all, with my mental health background, I believe that all feelings are valid because you feel the way you feel based on whatever happened. That's fine. You have the right to feel whatever you feel. Now, here's where my problem comes in. My problem comes in is that you heard that statement, a hit dog a holler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for someone to say they didn't know, now there has been some conversation about whether or not Charlamagne actually did know it was her or whatever he made that comment. It's Charlamagne, so it's quite possible. I, unlike you, I think I am a fan of The Breakfast Club. I like that dynamic pretty much. I like that dynamic, I think. But when the comment he made, if he truly did not know who this was, he stated, he's like, wow, that sounds like big back behavior. Because his personal background and his interactions with people with big backs was that they tend to act this way. And it just so happened that the person he was talking about, she got a pretty big back.
Ooh, swollen.
She's not a small girl. Now, Does that mean anything? Like, this is the thing. Like, when you point something out, right? Like something that's obvious. Like, that's like saying, yeah, well, bald niggas do this, that, and the third. I'm a bald nigga and I've been bald for a long time. So guess what? I'm not going to get mad because I'm bald. And before y'all go out and be like, oh, well, wait, and your hair is different. Nigga, I've been bald since I was 17, and that wasn't by choice. So we'll talk about that another day. But I'm just telling y'all. So this is one of those things where I can't help it. I'm just bald. So if somebody says bald niggas do this, I can say as a bald nigga, no, we don't. We don't do this. We don't do that. But I can't dispute the fact that I'm bald. Everybody can look at me and tell that. So why is it that people get offended when you say, oh, well, this big dude or this big girl said such and such and such and such? Now, if you start aiming at big people because, like, to be overly derogatory, just to be hurtful, like, on purpose, the same thing with gay people, the same thing with trans, I almost, with transgender folks. It's the same thing where I think everybody can get these jokes. I just don't think that everybody needs to be aimed at and hurt in certain ways. You understand what I'm saying? So she seems, to me, she got upset because a public figure commented on a public event in a way that she did not deem to be appropriate. However, what about us who don't think it's appropriate for some female to blast her nigga on 50 parts of a doggone TikTok? That's just dumb to me. Like, you don't get to make the rules and then be mad when niggas play by your rules. Your rules was to put stuff on blast without calling a specific name. Your rules was to go ahead and say what you wanted to and speak your truth. I'm sick of your truth and her truth and his truth. The truth is the truth. Stop doing that. Like, I'm sorry. Let me calm down now. Now I feel like you would.
Now you got to bring yourself down, huh? Now you acting like me. You acting like me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I understand. But I text someone about this earlier, and my homie Juice was like, "Yo, like that's like saying that sounds like some crackhead shit. If you ain't a crackhead, it ain't gonna offend you."
Thank you.
But if you happen to dabble in the cracks, maybe something that bothers you a little bit.
Not dabble in the cracks.
Just dabble in the crack a little bit. Just dabble in the crack. If you happen to dabble in the crack, that might bother you a little bit because I'm like, oh shit, crackheads are. Baby girl, you decided to go out here and put yourself. You could have done this shit under a sheet of confidence. You could have blacked yourself out. All this shit here. And what Charlamagne said, and again, me and Charlamagne agree on a lot of a little bit, but in this particular situation, you caught me there.
I caught
you. A lot of a little bit, but on this particular situation, it sounds like some big back shit. If you ignore this, it sounds like some shit she'll do. If you motherfucking let a nigga tell you this and don't verify, that sounds like some shit she'll do. And then the fact that you decided to come out and tell the world, sound like some shit she'll do. All of the shit that you did actually sound like some gorilla. That sounds like some gorilla shit. And you went out there and decided to be grape ape and put your punk ass out there in front of the fucking world. And if you decide to put that nigga's business out here in front of the world, you have to accept everything that comes with it. You know social media. Social media does not exactly take what you say and put it in that vacuum. What they do is they take this and then they be like, who's the motherfucking person that's bringing it out? And then how are we going to dissect it? And you have to understand that was going to be a part of what came from it. So if Charlamagne wouldn't have said, this is big back behavior, I'm pretty sure your comment said, if you wasn't a fat girl, you would have listened. If you wasn't this, you would have listened. And there were so many other people other than that guy that came out and had something to say. So for you to be offended by anything said by a public figure because you decided to make yourself a public figure, sweetheart, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Big back. Grape ape.
Gorilla Monsoon.
Grape ape. Hey. This is what happens because once you put other niggas' business out there, niggas get to dissect you a little bit. And me and
that's what
you,
they don't
like,
think that's
cuz
fair. They don't think that's fair.
we are on here every 2 weeks. We are on here every 2 weeks. If a motherfucker comes up and decides to dissect us as in our appearance, we put ourselves out here to be for that. This is what we're here for. Now, we can't take offense to anything anybody says.
Yes, I
And
can.
what she needs to not do is go out there and bitch and moan about a nigga saying some shit that she set herself out here for it.
You can be mad. She can be mad all day, but what you can't do is act like a victim because of it.
You can't.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right about it.
You can be. I don't not to like nothing none of y'all niggas say. Cause so trust me, you say something on here, I'm coming back. I'm gonna say what I got to say. You say what you got to say. The problem is that I don't get to act like a victim because I stepped into the public arena, and now if I get to critique people and I get to point fingers and I get to say stuff that other people ain't do, everybody has that same right to do it to me. I'm here. That's what we're here for. We're here.
Please do it.
Right, and that's the thing. But here's what's funny to me is that this victim mentality, and this is where I start sounding like you and your Republican friends. This whole victim mentality thing is starting to get a little bit much. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's gotten out of hand where no matter what's going on, if you say something about me, then or say something about something that I'm going through or I deal with or that I live on a day-to-day basis, you're a terrible person because I feel bad. And here's the thing. I only care about the feelings of the people whose feelings I care about. That's it. I don't care about the feelings of millionaires because guess what? They can go home and cry in a bed of money. I don't care. I don't care about anybody else's. I don't care about your feelings. On here, do I want to make people happy? Yes. Do I intentionally try and hurt people's feelings? No. However, your feelings do not supersede my opinion and my thought processes. So you can have your feeling. If you can express yourself in a way where it's like, you know what? I can look at it and say, maybe I was wrong or maybe I should have worded it differently. I'll say that. But guess what? I don't think that anything that Charlamagne said warranted her sitting on the couch with another female and crying about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous.
That made no sense. And here's what didn't make the most sense to me. Why would you go on and do a 50-part series about your life if you didn't expect us to talk about you?
Why do you get the right to do 50 parts on some dude, and then as soon as one person say something about you, all of a sudden the world got to stop? How come you get that? How come is that fair for you to do, but not for somebody else to do to you? That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand this shit either, and it's just not fucking fair that you're able to go over here, give your opinion, talk about this young man, and nobody's able to talk about you. That's just not the way this shit goes. But we're gonna move on from this because this is not what we wanted to make the majority of the show about. So we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna make a quick pivot and. Hey, take that. We got to talk about Diddy. because apparently
before we talk about Diddy, y'all stay tuned for this quick little clip real quick. What up? It's your boy Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth. I'm the co-host of the Let's Get Canceled podcast. Listen, man, we appreciate everything that you've done for us so far, all right? Y'all have been rocking with us from the beginning. Even in this short period of time, man, y'all have been right there with us. But now it's time to take it to the next level, all right? If you like what you're seeing right now and you want to see more content like this, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell notification in YouTube so you get notified every time we go live. And share this on your social media platform. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Anywhere that you catch us, make sure that you share it with your followers, all right? We appreciate you. Peace. All right, yo. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow all that good stuff. Hey, yo, Tom, man, what you got on the plate for us? What's up?
Hey man, there has been a new development in the Diddy story. There has been one of his producers from the Love album that has come out and made some allegations against Diddy.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
And this young man did not tell him no. He
Apparently
wouldn't
not.
tell him no. Everything Diddy said, let's do. He was like, oh, let's do it. This nigga was goddamn, oh, let's do it.
Oh,
Bruh. But I know I sent you over before the document
right,
for you to review.
right.
This young man said Diddy's involved in shootings.
Yep.
Diddy like to grab his booty and his dingaling.
Right.
Diddy had his girlfriend's cousin come up there and molest him. Diddy's had Mr. Butt Naked come over there and do him. What this man said is Diddy showed him videos of another producer doing a white guy and said, hey man, this is what he did to make it. So you should do it too. So Tech, I'm coming back to you again. Hey, bro.
Listen,
take
man.
that. Your man's over there.
Listen, I have learned nothing new about Diddy from any of this.
You have to, because before it was all about Diddy and women and Diddy doing something to these ladies and making them feel uncomfortable and with the underage girl. And now all of a sudden it's a man. I'm a man, baby.
Listen, man. It was that before. You got to remember, Diddy was on Drink Champs. Diddy was leaning all over like, I like it when you do that to me, daddy. I like it when you do that to me, daddy. And I'm like, yo, what is wrong with this man? This nigga's talking about something. I like it when you do that to me. Hold on. Yo, pause, nigga. It's like, listen, man. He said all of that. This is nothing new to me. Now, I want y'all to remember. Y'all remember that song Hate Me Now with Nas?
Mm-hmm.
The story is there was a scene in that music video where they where he's up on the cross, like the crucifixion scene or whatever. They say Diddy wanted that scene gone from that video and pressed, like not like on some, hey guy, take that down type stuff, on some I'm coming to see you threatening and we gonna beat Nas up over this video. Diddy's been that dude.
Now I know there's a story about him smacking Drake around back in the day. The story about him fighting with J. Cole. So Diddy, now I understand Diddy not being a punk, but for what old boy is saying, Diddy is involved in shootings. Diddy's involved in strong arm.
I got 2 words for you: Sean Poe.
Whoa. And that's the other thing, like Buddy says, Diddy has come out and admitted to and bragged about his involvement with the Shine situation, his involvement with. So, bruh, if this is true, does Diddy make it out of these allegations? Is there enough money in the world to get him out of this?
The thing, Diddy right now, it's a big story to us. It's a big story to some hip hop heads. Nobody outside of us is really paying as much attention to it as you would think, in my opinion.
You don't think so?
I think it's a lot of people our age in our circles, in our mindset, that are paying a lot of attention to this story. I don't think anybody else outside of it is. That being said, because of that, it doesn't rise to the level of a Keefe D situation, because it's not Diddy killed Big, and the allegations or the rumors about him being involved with the Tupac murder thing has been around forever. So it hasn't risen to that level. So because it's not that big of a deal, they would be. I don't see the benefit of the government taking him out, like locking him up. I don't see it happening.
Black billionaire. That doesn't rise to the occasion for our government.
No, not this black billionaire.
Because why does he get away with it and nobody else can?
Well, I'm not going to say get away with it, because I'm not going to say that he did anything. I'm not.
You're right.
I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know. But I will say this: I guess the a better way to say that would be, why wouldn't they go after him with the full force that they would somebody else, especially since he is black and he is a billionaire.
Right.
The reason is because he's not in a position right now to be able to take down more than just him. I'll explain. What I mean is, if he was like right now, Jay-Z does the Super Bowl, he does all this other stuff. He's a billionaire. His wife is Beyonce, whatever. If these allegations were against him right now, they would be trying everything in the world to chop him off at the knees, because taking him down gives them a way to say, look, see, this is the one that y'all hold up, and look how much stuff he did. Look how bad he is. Look how horrible he is. Whatever. That gives them the opportunity to have more ammo to fire at black people as a whole. Diddy doesn't. Granted, to us, right? To us, Diddy was that dude. You know what I'm saying? But to the world at large, Diddy been off the scene for a long time. Like he hasn't been relevant for a long time comparatively. You understand what I'm saying? Jay-Z is still relevant in the business world and in white and black circles, and the fact that his wife is Beyonce. Look at it like this: your boy Russell Simmons is still hiding out in Bali.
With your boy, he took somebody with him that was involved in the Diddy that was mentioned in the Diddy case. But I'm gonna bring it to you from a completely different standpoint. And I want to see if you can ride with me on this one. What we've seen is Diddy and his allegations come out against Usher, against Meek, against Chris Brown, all of this, and the producer guy. What the majority of us have actually taken from it is Meek Mill got fucked, Usher got fucked. We are not talking about the assailant any longer. Diddy has been given a pass because this is just who Diddy is. We give more credence to, well, Meek Mill, you haven't spoken to this. Why haven't you talked about this? Usher, you over there with Russell Simmons now. Why'd you run away once all this came up? Like, why do we give the assailant the pass? Why doesn't Diddy? Why are we talking more about being homosexual than, nigga, you was a fucking tyrant, you was an abuser, you was why aren't we focused more on that part as opposed to, well, Meek Mill, you're a gangster rapper and you've been accused of fucking Diddy, and that's where people are coming from, as opposed to, well, Diddy's been accused of this, that, and the third, and okay, but he did it to Meek. Like why do we care more about if this nigga's gay than this nigga's a fucking predator?
Here's the problem. The thing is that because we as a society have gotten to a point where we can look at things that we deem to be less than manly, right? And we as hip hoppers have taken. Wow, I sounded old when I said hip hoppers. But
you did. I was gonna let you ride with that.
It's horrible. But us as the hip hop generation, there we go, have taken this whole thing and elevated, quote unquote, real nigga above good nigga, and that's a problem. It's a problem, because you can be a terrible person and be a real nigga, and then you get more respect. Right. And you got to remember, the allegations are not just he was mean to Cassie or he got down with some dudes. Allegations are human sex trafficking, underage pedophilia. We're talking like
sex workers, goddamn drugging people. Like this goes well beyond being a gangster. Like, nigga, you are Michael Corleone, you are R. Kelly, like nigga, you are all of the worst people that we've come across in cinema. Not in real life, but in cinema, nigga, you are the worst of the worst. And nobody gives a fuck about you. We're not talking about you every day. What we're talking about is the niggas that you've abused. And we're trying to bring
wait, because it's fair. That's fair. Because Meek Mill is, and who said this? I want to say it was Charlemagne's partner on his podcast. He said, listen, I'm not saying Meek Mill is gay, but he is the worst at explaining why he's not gay. That nigga yo, I love pussy, but is this and this and
why does he have to explain himself after that? Why does he have to come out? Like, why do we even give a fuck? What we should be focused on is the predator, the nigga who has been accused of sex trafficking,
Right.
sexual assault,
right.
drugging people, which is, in my eyes and everybody else's eyes, rape. Like, dog, why are we worried about if Meek Mill got fucked or not? Why the fuck do we care if Usher got fucked, Chris Brown got... I don't give a fuck. Hey, nigga, keep making your fucking hits. But there's a nigga out here that is taking ass and pussy. Bruh, why the fuck is this the shit that we're focused on? Like, we don't give a fuck about... Like, we give Diddy a fucking pass so we can bash on the niggas he abused.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But
allegedly abused. I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I throw that allegedly out there because I do not want no problems with Puff. But guess what, Diddy? If you need to settle, it ain't gonna be settled in my ass. All right? Yeah. I give you everything I got other than my ass. I'm sorry. Can't give you that one.
Hey, man.
Because people be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no.
You gotta tell him no, nigga.
You gotta tell him no.
But listen. The problem is that you don't get to be, you can't be gangster and take it in the ass. Not today's society. So that's why the Meek Mill thing. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's the narrative. I'm not saying that personally. I'm saying the narrative is. That's why.
I'm about to say prison full of gangsters taking it in the ass.
So I've heard. I don't know nothing about it. So listen, but that's why I think the Meek Mill thing blew up bigger than the underlying story, because we hold and we said this before, we hold our celebrities in this level of esteem that is unhealthy, it's unwise, and it's a detriment to us as a whole, as a human family, and us as a black family specifically. But I understand why we do it, because we've got so few historically that we can hold on to, and the moment that we get one that moves up, everybody else that ain't black tries to tear them down. So now we're sitting here with, like, you know what, we gotta hold on, and we'll make excuse after excuse after excuse. Let's be real. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. If Diddy did an eighth and a 16th of the things that he's being accused of, he is quite possibly top 10 worst human beings to ever walk the face of the planet.
Definitely. But what we've actually done is demonize being a homosexual.
Right. Yep.
And that's where I don't like it. I'm like, as much as I have my strong opinions about homosexuality, it's never you're worse than the fucking abuser. You're worse than a fucking...
Absolutely.
Fucking, so, and that's the thing that gets me is we're going to make Meek Mill... If Meek Mill decided to take it up his ass live on TV, it is still not the monster that Diddy is for fucking taking niggas' ass. For fucking...
But the allegation was not that he took it from Meek. It was that he did it with Meek.
No. It's the fact that Meek Meek shit got taken. This producers got taken. Goddamn Chris Brown got taken.
Taken?
Oh.
Taken? Or
partaken in. Coercion is rape, Tech. Coercion is rape. And for him to tell this producer, like, hey, look at dude said Diddy knew I looked up to the Stevie J, and he showed me a video of Stevie J fucking some dude in the ass. It was like, look, if Stevie J can do it, you can do it too. And this is to make it seem okay. Like, bruh, to tell me Stevie J gay, so I gotta be gay too, that's coercion. That's rape.
Okay,
that's against the fucking law.
So, coercion. The definition of coercion matches what you're saying. The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. Now, yeah, okay.
You finna shoot Diddy some bail. I see it in your face.
No, I
finna
am
shoot him
not.
some
No,
bail.
I am not. I'm going to tell you a story. I used to work at the juvenile detention center in the juvenile justice department, right? At some point, and at some location, and once people are locked down in their rooms, you have to go around every 15 minutes, and you have to look in the window of their room every 15 minutes, and you have to mark down what's going on in that room on a piece of paper, and those are legal logs. You have to have that because you're dealing with juveniles. You have to go by every 15 minutes. When they're not in your direct line of sight, you have to check on them every 15 minutes. Now, it might have been 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. And what would happen is you would go by a door and you see these two little boys messing with each other. And you'd be like, hey, get all that out. Stop all that. I remember a conversation that was had on the unit, and I'm trying. Can you tell I'm trying to be delicate with this statement?
I see it. I'm gonna keep my face covered so I won't be laughing at it. It's wrong.
So we had a conversation on the unit, and these boys started talking crazy, and they was just like, "Yeah, well, no, man. I mean, they lock you up, and then you know what I mean. You got to do what you got to do." My statement about that, not to them, but to my coworkers, was, "Listen, man. The maximum length of time that you get as a juvenile in the state of Florida is 21 days in a facility like that. If you doing that in 21 days, nigga, you was gay when you got here. This ain't you ain't get turned out. You was like that when you got here. So now, was there some coercion going on? I'm sure. Did we try our best to put a damper on that and make sure that you separated people that you thought might be preyed upon, that type of stuff? Absolutely. But at some point, if I'm doing this story right now and we're doing this show right now about this situation, everybody hears all these stories about what goes on in Hollywood and all that other stuff, and then you go into that arena. And then you get mad when it happens just the way you've heard it happens. At what point are you, at what point do you bear some responsibility for not the act happening to you or the coercion or any of the things going on to you, but putting yourself in a situation where you weren't strong enough to walk away and say no?
And that's the thing that gets me a little bit about this particular story,
right?
Because as much as I want to be in the music space, as much as I want to be the superstar, there is nothing you can say or do to me that's going to let me come to the point where I'm like, go ahead and grab my dick, go ahead and grab my ass. And like as a man, Diddy calls me and was like, hey, Tommy, come and get on the Love album. Diddy reaches for my dick, and Diddy might be not here anymore. There will not be no Love album. Right. There's no fucking Love album. So that as me being me, but again, everybody's not as strong as we are. Right. Everybody,
right? Because
some people put that success and that fame above all else. So I do blame the young man for allowing some of this shit to happen, because you can't tell me that a man is gonna force me to do a goddamn thing. But again, that's me at 44.
But that's you. And see, and this is the thing.
But again, me at 24.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have shot Diddy ass.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah.
Young Miami's cousin.
Me at 14.
How do you let a woman come in and sexually assault me? What I'm gonna do is, if I don't want her to blow my dick, I'm gonna put my zipper up on her fucking mouth. But I'm probably gonna let her blow my dick, and then I'm gonna be like, bitch, you don't get the fuck from around me, because again, like, you can't rape the willing, and that's where a lot of this shit comes in for me also is you can't rape the willing. And did you really rape that young man? Now,
That's where it is. So
now.
listen. Before you go any further,
Coercion.
before
You
you
gotta
go
go
any
back to
further,
coercion. You gotta go back to
before you go any
coercion.
further, now is that not a negative thing that happens in general, specifically in the black community? Do we not automatically, is there not like a little piece of everybody who you go, when you hear about a dude getting raped by another dude, you be a little piece of you be like,
Because it's a dude.
yeah, were you trying to
Because it's a
like,
dude.
were you, because you start thinking about how hard you would fight to keep that from happening. And like you said, everybody's not built the same. No pun intended. Everybody's not. You see, I shouldn't be making that joke, but still, like, to be honest, man, like and we don't. I don't want to get into the lane of, and people they're gonna think it anyway, that we're victim blaming. Listen, I'm not victim blaming. What I am saying is that there are times if my no, I'm not even gonna use her. If somebody I know, a female that I know, a young lady, sneaks out of her house underage and goes to a college party and with a bunch of dudes, and she dresses in a very revealing way and goes and drinks when she shouldn't be drinking and gets completely drunk, and somebody rapes her. Whoever raped her is absolutely dead ass wrong. He's a horrible human being, and they need to put him under the jail.
They are a rapist.
Right. But do you not have any conversation with the young lady? Did she do anything wrong? Was there a time or a situation? Because here's where it starts getting dicey. And I don't want to make it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because it depends on how the rape goes. Because being that she's underage, if they have sex with her, period, it's a rapist.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
But if they don't know she's underage and she's snuck out, she's drinking and she's doing all these other things, and they don't know any better, who got raped?
Well, here's the thing. You got a girl who gets drunk, and this is where we get to. If you drink.
Well, you can't consent when you're drunk.
Can't consent.
And not consent when you're drunk. And that's why I've been telling these bitches since I was motherfucking 16. Like, bitch, I was drunk, bitch, and you fucked me. It's your.
Well, see, and it doesn't go both ways.
I was raped.
Listen, it does not go both ways. No pun intended. You got to understand. If I get drunk, I'm drunk, sloppy drunk, and
16.
she gets drunk and she's sloppy drunk, and we both have sex, if she has second thoughts about it in the morning when she wakes up, guess what? I'm the rapist and she's the victim. If I say, hey, I was drunk, well, you know what? In your inebriated state, you took advantage of someone who was inebriated. So how come she didn't take advantage of me? And I'm only saying she and he because I don't deal with anything other than she's. So like that's why I'm saying that. If it was two dudes, the same thing.
So hold on. So you're saying that Diddy gets to say, I was taking a whole bunch of drugs and that nigga was on drugs too, and we just fucked around and I grabbed his ass and I put my dick in his booty.
No, the difference is that because Diddy is accustomed to being able to act with impunity, he acts even more when he's under the influence of something. So he's wrong when he's sober, so he's just going to be more wrong when he gets under the influence of whatever the substance is, right? So
that's the problem. That's the problem with the case that's being brought against Diddy is everything this dude said Diddy did, that nigga always said Diddy was intoxicated during it all.
And that's where you get messed up. And so and let's be real, if Diddy was intoxicated when it happened and you were sober and acted, guess what? According to the laws, if we're going to be gender neutral, you're the rapist.
This nigga raped Diddy. Oh, hey, there we go.
Take that. And if I was Diddy's lawyer, I would be going down that road because. And this is the thing, Hugh. Now, if you want to ask my opinion, you should ask me. Ask my opinion on whether I think Diddy did this.
And that was just going to be the last question that we're going to have on this. Hey, do you think Diddy actually did this shit? Allegedly.
This stuff? Yes. I 100% believe he did this stuff.
All of it?
94% of it.
Okay.
I think there's some embellishments. I think there's some embellishments from the accuser. I think there are some details that are thrown, because you can hear a lie when somebody's telling you a story and they're trying to make themselves look like they were taking advantage more, and they add a little bit here, a little bit there.
When you give me a little too much, that
Right.
means I can't believe all that shit because you give me too much.
Right.
But here's one last thing. Okay, Young Miami's cousin that he said Diddy sent into the bathroom to molest him, and then she went down to blow him, and he said no, and then they come out the room, and she's still trying to straddle him and put up cooch on him. What is Young Miami's? What do you think her liability is in all of this, or is it all on Diddy?
Wait, you mean Young Miami or her cousin?
Young Miami. On Young Miami.
I think that in that situation, and this is the sad part, is that it's looked at as if Diddy is in control of the entire environment. And I think he is. I think he is in control of the entire environment. That being said, I think the responsibility lies solely on him. If in this case, the way it's going to be looked at is that it's his party, his environment. Nothing move unless Diddy say it move. Nothing happen unless Diddy say it happened. Right. He's the conductor. Now that 94%,
right?
That 94%, I'm on the fence. I'm not sure. I don't believe that Diddy is a pedophile because nothing about him has ever said that. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly was saying for years and years.
He likes to party with his son.
Yeah, but his son, I think
he's been partying with his son since his son was a kid.
I hear you, but every time you saw him, he had his arms around a dude or he had his arms around a grown woman. Like, let's be real. This isn't R. Kelly where age ain't nothing but a number. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't one of those situations. And I would say the same thing. Like, I believe that Bill Cosby raped all them women, but if you came and said that he was a pedophile, I'd be like, I don't know. That doesn't fit the profile. You understand what I'm saying? And that I'm not a cop. I don't know nothing about this stuff. I'm just telling you what I see and what my brain ascertains from what I see. But
you're gonna leave William Mates out of this shit. You're gonna leave William Mates out of this shit.
Man, listen, he did something that was horrible.
That
but guess what?
That nigga like to get high with hoes. That's all William Mates did.
And I'm telling you like this. And I think this same situation where Diddy acted as if he was acting regular with his regular. And I believe that other people came into his right.
Y'all get high with me.
And I think other people came into his orbit. He continued to act as he always does with people who are willing, and then this person wasn't willing, but didn't necessarily show that he wasn't completely willing.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't say no. When Diddy was, hey, you could have said no, you didn't say no, and Diddy just put the pressure on, like, hey man, you may as well go and do this. And he felt it.
Right, wrong, or other. I'm not saying that Diddy's right in the way he does things. I think it's immoral. I think that it's wrong. I think, but let's look at it for what it is. For what it is, he's acting in his debaucherous ways, and other people come into his orbit, and they're not as debaucherous as he is, and now all of a sudden he's an evil guy, and you're a victim. And I'm sick of fake victims, because there are real people out here who are really being assaulted, who are really victims, who by no fault of their own, and really get into situations that are a problem. And then you got people who are trying to get what they can get, and when things don't exactly go the way they want them to go, now all of a sudden they're the biggest victim in the world, and I have a problem with that. I'm not saying I think Diddy did a lot of wrong. Like I said, 94% of it I think he's guilty of, and if the life is fair, if everything is fair, he gets his just desserts. Now, so that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if we keep everything straight, if we keep everything fair, he gets what's coming to him. That's it. And whatever you feel about Diddy, whatever you think about Diddy, whatever you think he did or didn't do, that's on you. But just keep in mind, there are absolutely more than one justice system in this country, and we'll see which one he gets judged by. Period.
It's gonna be the white folks. They're gonna let that nigga fuck all the niggas he wants. All the niggas he wants.
True.
He can do that.
Well, I'll tell you what. There was one good thing that Diddy did do. One good thing that Diddy did do.
You're right. You're right. And it might have been what the second thing he's ever done. Because the first one he did was your guy. The first one he did was your guy,
Which guy?
Craig.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't know where you were going with that. I wanted to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Hold on.
But the second great thing that it did was bring, and again, it's March 9th tonight. It's March 9th.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Big, greatest rapper of all time, died on March 9th. So we got to give a little bit of love to Big tonight, man. So I'm here, and we're here. We're gonna give a little bit of love to Big tonight. So I'm gonna just give you off top.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Big verse?
Nigga, you already know. And if you don't know, you should know. If you can't guess, you should know. The favorite line, just because it applies to me, you know, they call him 2-Tex because he told 2-Tex. And when he started to bust, he liked to ask who's next. Come on, bro. He called me out.
That shit right there is that's a timeless.
That's that everyday struggle.
Timeless. Yeah. I don't want to live no more. Sometimes it's good. Bruh, that's my shit. But for me, it's one of them things where when I heard it, it really gave me a motherfucking sense of, you know what? He might be right. The nigga say, when I die, fuck it, I want to go to hell because I'm a piece of shit. It ain't hard to fucking tell.
Yeah.
Don't make sense going to heaven with the
goodies.
I like black Timbs and black hoodies. God'll probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day. No getting my dick licked. Fucking with the goodies. Hanging in paradise. Fuck that shit. I want to smoke blunts and shoot dice. All of my life, I've been considered as the worst. Dog. That right there to me, when Big did Suicidal Thoughts, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, I listened to the entire album of Ready to Die. And I had a whole bunch of favorites until I got to When I Die, fuck it, I want to go to hell. Dog, when I heard that shit,
here's the problem.
That spoke to me a lot more than any of the good shit he said. That horrible shit that spoke to me.
Yeah, and like people forget, like I was the short fat kid, so to me, Big spitting bars was like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do this too, nigga.
Right,
like we gets busy now. Did he have some how do I say
questionable
lyrics? Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what's funny is that I don't even have to read the lyrics, and I'm gonna read half of them, but I don't even have to read the lyrics for y'all to know what verse I'm talking about. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows when I met you, I admit. My first thoughts was the trick. You look so good. Oh. And we're going to leave it at that.
But I'm going to say this. There were some other questionable lyrics by Big. There were some other questionable lyrics. The Wickedest. All right, this is a song by Mr. C. Big says...
Well, that says enough right there, doesn't it?
I wasn't gonna even talk about Mr. C, but Big says, nigga say I'm pussy. I dare you to stick your dick in this pussy.
But no. Listen, that line to me was a bar. That right there to me, like that wasn't as suspect as the last one. Come on. Yeah, like
nothing is suspect as the last one.
Biggie Smalls is the wickedest. Niggas say I dare you to stick your... If I was, I'd be filled with syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, getting rid of you. Bro, that was...
No. But you can't say, dog, everything the nigga said was a fucking bar, but like, nigga, pause, nigga, pause. Hold on. Check this one. I put Shantae more pussy and stitches. I fucked RuPaul before I fucked them ugly ass escape bitches. I
Yeah.
fuck a nigga before I fuck a ugly bitch. Big.
Yeah. I
Big.
forgot about that one. I had forgot about that one. Godly.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this right here. The nigga had a way with words. Like that ready to die shit, that suicidal thought shit was one, but when that nigga came out with meth on that the what joint,
The what? Woo.
I used to
Woo.
get pills on the dick. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas sing him soft like a villain, playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your styles is played out like Arnold. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
The
Bruh.
Thrillers gone, the Black Frank White, hitting excite, throw dick to dykes. Bitches, I like them brainless. Guns, I like them stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze gats till my clips is empty. Don't tip me. THOD, man. And then Mel came in and ate that shit alive, dog. But
Yeah.
that
That
nigga
was
Big
hard.
had a way with words, dog.
Listen, man, even when Juicy dropped, right? Like, keep in mind, I'm a huge, was and still am a huge Craig Mack fan.
Right.
Huge Craig Mack fan. And
You
people
thought
forget.
you thought that nigga was stealing? You thought he was stealing?
Here's the thing. I thought people forget that Craig Mack's Flavor in Your Ear drops, and that's the only reason that anybody paid attention to Big, because the single was on the B side. The Big's Juicy was on the B side of Flavor in Your Ear, and he was walking around with like the fake Big Mac box.
The Big Mac joint, right?
Yeah. So it was, and that was the whole thing. And at the time, Craig Mack was bigger than Big. And then
He
when
was
Juicy
the
drops,
first one out.
right? When Juicy drops, it was like, whoa, that sample on there. And this is the thing. And from what I heard, and I can't say for sure, but from what I heard, Craig Mack was like, I don't want to do those sweet sample type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give me a beat. He'll use a sample, but don't use them. I don't want to do all that stuff. I want to be raw. Well, Big jumped on that. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up Matt, and when he started talking, every nigga everywhere was just like, yeah, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here. What got me was there was a track that Puff Daddy featured on with Big when he had that leather B.I.G. shit across his check with Supercat, that Dolly My Baby. That was the shit that put me on the Big before anything else Big did. There was a Dolly My Baby with Supercat. Yeah, see, and this is what lets me know that like when I heard Big spit on that shit, I was like, who the fuck is this? Before it was all a dream. This was like, oh, this nigga's for real. Yeah. And then this nigga album dropped, and then this nigga came to FAMU at the motherfucking baseball stadium.
You told me that. Yeah.
And I think I've told the pod about this. But bruh, when Big came to the baseball stadium back in 94, 95, and I had my homegirl took me over there, and I would love her forever, and I would never put her name or her sister's name out there because I was underage like a motherfucker. But goddamn it, she took me out there and dog. I'm in that motherfucker like this nigga's the greatest ever. He's never gonna. And I'm talking about me. I'm Scarface till I die.
Right.
But when I saw that shit right there, it was like, oh my God, like that nigga Big was something different and spectacular for me. And for this nigga to be able to go out here, and I'm gonna spit with Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm gonna spit with R. Kelly. I'm gonna give you motherfucking story. And I'm like, he may be. I'm not going to even say that. Never mind. I'm going to reverse that and say he's not the greatest storyteller ever, because Scarface is still, to me, the greatest storyteller ever. But Big is a close second.
Really?
Big is a close second to me, bruh.
I see where you see it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree with you.
Face is.
I see.
And when Can I Bust came out and said the greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. Like, bro, I heard what he was saying, and I felt him being he's a New York nigga, but me, a Southern nigga, like, ain't nothing better than Face Mob. But that nigga Big though, like he's a close runner up, and that nigga gave you everything. And like you say, I told my nigga 2-Tex, he told 2-Tex, dog.
Yo, listen, man. When he came out. When he did the
song 2-Tex,
when he did the song with Bone Thugs, right?
Yeah.
I was just this is bananas. And you gotta remember, people forget at the time of that track.
Yeah,
we're in the thick of this East Coast West Coast joint. Like Bone Thugs were, granted they're Midwest, but they were considered West Coast because of the Easy connection.
With their affiliation with Easy.
Right. So for him to nigga armed and dangerous, ain't too many can bang with us. Straight up, we no angel us, label us, notorious, thug ass niggas that love the bus, just strange to us. Y'all niggas be scrambling, gambling, up in restaurants playing mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying. Bro, I can go on.
See how we lost Jen.
So much smoke, the oxygen. Bro, this is what I'm talking about.
Bro.
The dude was the truth. And so
what
people forget.
Big. Okay. What's your favorite Big feature?
You mean him being featured or him with somebody else?
Him being featured on somebody else's shit.
So this is posthumous, but I like the what was the song with Diddy? We got and Busta Rhymes. We got the real life from front to back. That track.
Where my niggas is at? That shit right there.
Yeah, bro. That's a hard. Just because the whole track is just ridiculous. It's got my favorite alive rapper on it, Busta Rhymes, and Big came through on that. Now you know what else is funny though? Hold on. I liked the Biggie Duets album.
He wasn't here for that. I don't think he would have accepted a lot of that.
I agree, but
yeah,
for if you go back in time, if you go back through your brain, all the albums or the tribute things that have happened for dead rappers and stuff like that, that was one that was probably put together the best to me. This is where I felt like
because a lot of the Tupac shit was a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah, but this is where I thought that 50 Cent could rhyme. Like I wasn't ready for it. Like I knew I had listened. I knew he could spit. Like but that out when he came out on that one. We the realest nigga. 50 Cent B.I.G. my nigga. Those are like bro. That there.
Yeah. That shit right there went.
Yeah.
But for me, Biggs and I'm sure he was gone by the time that shit came out. But that Only You, Jesus,
yeah, notorious, just please
us with the lyrical thesis. We just chilling, make him top billing, dog. That nigga right there, dog. That nigga, him in 112, dog. Room 112, where the players dwell.
And that
dog.
right there, to this day, in 2024, if you go to a hotel and you end up in room 112, the first thing that you're going to say is
that
where
first. You're going to spit that.
That's it.
You're going to spit that. Like, because that is what, and them 112 niggas was like, yo, he kept shouting us out on these motherfucking tracks. So it's like, yo, hey, man, this is what it is, man. Hey,
yeah,
Big. Okay. Last thing before we get up out of here. Ready to Die, Life After Death.
What's your favorite? Ready to Die.
Damn, we weren't supposed to agree.
No.
Damn.
Yeah,
You were
yeah,
supposed
Ready
to
to
go to the
Die.
other one. You were supposed to go to the other one, nigga. Ready to Die
Yeah,
from the
that was the
track.
game changer.
Dog, that shit right there. And then again, of course, I'm gonna always say I love it because that nigga say ripping them seeds from Tallahassee to Compton, and again, it all goes right back here. But
Hmm.
nigga, dog, Ready to Die, dog, that shit is damn near an untouchable album.
Yeah,
Damn near an untouchable album. Like Ready to Die was double album, gave us everything, and it was after he passed. So that '97
you mean Life
shit,
After Death?
that's what I've been. Guess what I've been
Yeah,
seeing. Yeah, that Life After Death. Yeah, it gave us everything, but that Ready to Die.
can't be touched.
Yes, I'm ready.
To yeah, bruh. Listen, man, we will go on and on because, and
We
that's
will.
another line.
We
I'll
will.
go
Yeah.
on and on and
On
on.
and
And
on
let
and
me,
on. And,
but we'll
yeah,
go on
you're
and on.
right.
But
You're right.
the when it all boils down, bro, out of all of Diddy's mess and his garbage, and all of the other stuff that went on for a moment in history, and in my opinion, it was a part of the greatest moments in history. That early '90s era of hip hop.
94, that 94 to 97, 98. Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
Diddy,
it was a special time.
Diddy did the right thing at that moment. Like I cannot tell you if he was fucking big, but goddamn it.
Oh, whoa! I wouldn't even. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey,
Oh,
God.
we went back to Diddy for a second.
Well, what I was saying, I
My
wasn't
bad,
insinuating that at all. What I was saying
my bad.
was that in that time, forget what Diddy was doing. I'm saying for that time, we were a part of a magical time in hip hop
It
where
was definitely a magical time in hip hop.
there was a lot of bars being spit by some real charismatic niggas. Nowadays, you either have bars or you're charismatic. We got blessed to have the bigs, and let's be real, we had the bigs and
all that together.
right,
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
all wrapped in one. They were a persona that was larger than life, but they were from where we were from. Even if, regardless of New York or LA or whatever, they were from an environment that we were from, and we appreciated that, and they were able to articulate that, and there was none better at articulating that than the one and only Notorious B.I.G. Man, that's real.
Shout out big. Shout out big. One
Shout
time for
out
big.
big.
Yes indeed. Yes indeed. So Tech,
Yo,
before we get out of here, you know we told all the folks we're gonna sprinkle a little game on them.
yes,
We're gonna sprinkle a little game
Yes.
on them. So I've been giving out some game the last couple of weeks, so I'm gonna spin this over to you. I'm gonna let you have this one on the way out.
listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me put it to you like this.
Give it. Hey. Put them directly on you. Put them directly on you. It's a one-man show.
One man show. So listen, you have a lot of people out here, right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is for both of y'all. And it kind of calls back to what we were talking about earlier. My piece of game for you is, if you don't want everybody commenting on your business, keep your business to yourself. Fellas, be careful. If your woman immediately decides to put everything on social media, if she decides everybody got to know everything that y'all doing, if she got to tell everybody everything, buyer beware. Get out of there. Abandon. Flag on the play. Get out of there. Ladies, if you don't want nobody to say nothing about your man, or if you don't want to find out that your man got another woman, keep him off of your social media. You get what you ask for. You don't get to be public and put everything in the public. This is what I don't like. I don't like it when I scroll down my timeline and I'm scrolling through my feed and I see how you done met him. You fell in love with him. He's the greatest. He's the sweetest. He's the most wonderful. You ladies, y'all can't do like me. Y'all get you a man like this, and then all of a sudden y'all break up, and it's none of my business. No. It's still my business. You better post everything, every single thing, because now I'm invested in your relationship. So I need to know. You don't get to hide it now. No, well, please respect my privacy. Why didn't have to respect your privacy before? When you was trying to stunt on chicks, and then you found out that while you was stunting on chicks, he was stunting on you. Ladies, if you want to keep your man, keep him to yourself. That's my game for y'all. If you want to keep your man, keep him to yourself. If you don't want to know, then quit searching. And fellas, if everything you do, she's subtweeting and sneak dissing, and you every time you open your feed, you look at her page and it seems like something because y'all had an argument last night. Now it's on. Run. Leave her to her and her friends because they will get in the gang and talk smack about you, and then you over here like, well, no, man, bro, I love her. And you don't love her. She don't love you. She love the attention she gets from you. Sorry, so sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
So that's a fact.